Good morning, my hair is fucking greasy. So I wanted to do a video because people, obviously I've been talking about working at a restaurant and people are DMing me. So like, how do you feel now that like you work a regular job when you were on reality TV? Like, does it make you feel some type of way? Does it make you feel like a loser? Blah, 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 blah. I will say, when I first moved to California, I thought it would be so easy to land a new gig. I'm like, I am finally in the city of dreams. I'm finally doing I'm finally in the place where I can do what I was put on this earth to do. And then I got here and like, it was like the complete opposite. And like, I wasn't doing anything that I thought I was gonna do. Like when I first moved out here, right? I was in Boston and, I stopped working at the bar that I was working at. I met this guy. I thought I was going to marry him because I think I'm going to marry every guy that I meet because I just don't want to keep meeting guys and starting over. And we stopped talking, so I was devastated over that. And then my grandmother passed away, so I was like, oh, I can't deal with this shit. So I looked at my whole family and I was like, hey, I'm moving to California. I'm just going to drive across the country and wing it. And like everyone thought I was like bullshitting, especially Gabby, but then I really made the solid decision to be like, I'm out. I'm leaving. I am going to California. I'm going to the land of opportunity and I'm not looking back. And I found this random chick on Craigslist, not Craigslist, I mean Instagram. And she wanted to come out here too to experience the whole, I guess, I don't even know what you want to experience when you come to LA, but she was trying to come out here for modeling. So we decided that we'd live together. So she had a sugar daddy, and her sugar daddy signed a lease for us at this apartment downtown called Level. Mistake number one, Level was $550 a month, okay? $25.50 each. And at the time I had a savings account. I thought it would be really easy to get like a new bartending gig or bottle service gig as soon as I moved out here to California. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's just go. Because if we don't do this now, we're never gonna do it. So I packed my car, I paid for a moving truck to move all my clothes and all my like perfume, whatever, pick her up in Philly, drive across the country in 3.5 days and got to Level. And I knew as soon as I pulled up to the valet at Level that this is completely unnecessary. It's basically living at a hotel, but they have apartments at the top of the hotel. There's valet, there's concierge. Like if you run out of fucking toilet paper, you can be like, hey, like listen, I need toilet paper. Hey, I need a toothbrush. Hey, can I get some pots and pans? It was just too lavish for me. But at the time I was like, I felt like rushed. Like I just wanted to go because I felt like if I didn't go at that very moment, I would have just never come out here. So, I can't find a job. I'm partying way too fucking much. I'm blowing through my savings account with rent, with groceries, with partying, with Ubers, because I live downtown. So anytime I wanted to go out, it'd be in West Hollywood where I live now, and it's like a half-hour drive, so it's like $20, $25, $40 every time I wanted to do something, and I was always doing something. So I noticed my savings account dwindling. So I tried to get a regular job at an insurance company, but I'm very talkative. Like I'm just a very talkative person. I'll talk anyone's ear off, blah, 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 all day long. That's why I'm great in a restaurant, because any customer that comes in, I'm like, hello, welcome. Tell me about your day. Is it good? Be sure to try the fucking tortellini. I'm just like good in places where I can talk a lot. But this insurance company happened to be like a library. So like you couldn't really talk without getting in trouble. So they ended up firing me. I was only getting paid like, I think $15 an hour. So that sucked. So I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? So I tried applying for like every single fucking job in the planet. I feel like I applied to mad clubs. I feel like I applied to mad bars. I just wasn't getting a call back. And at first I was like, it can't be my resume because I've been in the nightlife and in like the restaurant bar field since I was like 17 years old. So I know it's not my fucking resume. And then like I started making like friends with club promoters and like people that like bring bitches to the club, and they're like, oh, you're not getting called back because you're tatted and you have a really big bottom. And when I say really big bottom, I mean I have a really big ass. Okay? And I was like, well, that's weird, because in Boston, like, the more ass you have, like, the easier it is to get a job, especially in a nightclub. And hello, newsflash, owners of nightclubs and shit, like, men of all shapes, sizes, and colors love women with some curves. Not everyone is into chicks that are 7 feet tall and look like they haven't eaten a fucking sandwich in 10 years. Just throwing it out there, just so you guys know. Like, I don't think there would be a problem if I was serving someone's table. But besides the point, I couldn't get a job in the club. So I start like spiraling out of control because I feel like my life is falling apart. I'm doing everything opposite of what I should be doing. Instead of going to acting classes or improv classes or going to places where I can meet the right people, I was just partying and drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. So I remember my roommate, the one I live with downtown, was like, oh, I'm going home for a weekend. So she goes home for a weekend. The bitch never comes back. And it was honestly, I like hated her at the time because she like just didn't give me any warning, but it was a blessing in disguise because my name wasn't on the lease. So I just found another spot to live, which is the spot I live now. I actually found this place on Craigslist. I am the first person to live in this unit. No one's ever showered in my shower besides me, well, my friends when they come over. No one's ever cooked in this kitchen. No one's ever laid in this room. Like, this was brand new. It was like a blessing in disguise how everything worked out. And I'm like, wow, God really had my back during all this. And at the time, I wasn't looking at it that way. But now that so much time has passed, I'm like, wow, it like really aligned the way it needed to align. Like, it really worked out for me. So, whatever. I move here, and again, still trying to find a job. I'm like, I need to fucking work. Like, I'm making $0. And I'm not making money on Instagram. I'm not making money in real life. Like, I have zero, like, literally got to a point where I had $0.00 to my name. Then I did that whole, I had a mental breakdown. I went home for 2 months. I made that YouTube video telling the whole world I was broke. And, like, I will say, like, there's complete strangers out there that sent me money. They helped me pay my rent for like 2-3 months. If it weren't for those people that like didn't judge me and like had extra cash, I don't know if I would still be in California. So quick shout out to all those people. God bless you. Karma is a real thing. So when you do nice things for other people, I believe that it comes back in tenfold in the universe. So whoever helped me out, and I've never met you or never had a conversation with you, thank you so much. My sister, my family, everybody really came through when I needed it. And I've never been ashamed to work at a normal job or a regular job. Would I rather be in front of a camera? Absolutely. Would I rather be on an island filming a reality TV show causing a ruckus? Would I rather be on set of Law and Order SVU? Would I rather be a host on BET? Absolutely. But I've never felt like I was too good to work a regular job. This is the thing. I've had so many people DM me or write me or say shit like, oh, I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to do reality TV. And before Bad Girls Club was canceled, people would write me all the time and be like, they were like striving. Like they were like, it's like a goal to be on Bad Girls Club. And I just want to say it's not a goal to be on Bad Girls Club. Okay, people? I mean, it was a blessing in disguise. Like it did open doors for me that, you know, wouldn't be open before. Like if I hadn't been on Bad Girls Club, I don't think half of you would even be watching my videos right now, because I'd just be some like chick sitting in her room in wherever I'd be living right now. So I'm thankful for my experience, but it also hindered my chances to do other stuff. I couldn't get on The Bachelor. I can't do Love Island. I can't do Temptation Island. There's so many things I can't do because of Bad Girls Club. So right now I'm trying to work a regular job so I'm not completely broke, and at the same time try to fix my image so I can be the next Halle Berry, you know what I'm saying? And do other stuff and be just a quote-unquote bad girl. So when people write me, if you have been one of those people that is like, oh, like, are you ashamed? Do you feel weird? No. And I've had people come into the restaurant that I work at and they recognize me. And I give them a hug and I'm like, yeah, I work here. Like, shit happens, bro. I haven't filmed in 4 fucking years. Well, I filmed Game of Clones, but like, whatever. That's just like a quick paycheck for me. I mean, I haven't filmed like a show where I was like a headliner in 4 years. It's been a long time. So yeah, I'm working a regular fucking job, man. Bills gotta be paid. The lights gotta stay on. The bitch has got to eat. And I'm tired of asking people for handouts. Like, I have literally asked every single person I know for help, and I don't want to be asking for help anymore. I want to be that person that can provide some help if somebody else needs it. So if that means working at 10 different restaurants and never sleeping, then that means working at 10 different restaurants and never sleeping. I don't give a fuck if I did 20 shows or 1,000,000 shows or 1,000 shows. At some point, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I don't care if I was fucking checking bags at CVS. I couldn't even get a fucking job there. I have literally applied everywhere when I had no money, and like nobody was calling me back. There are so many jobs where I showed up for like personal assistance or a hostess at a karaoke night in Koreatown, which is like 15-20 minutes away, and like the personal assistants would be dudes that are trying to fuck, like, how much to fuck you weekly. I'm like, so you're putting up ads on Indeed and Craigslist because you're looking for bitches to fuck? Like, that's not the route I ever want to take. Like, I will say this, if I wanted to have sugar daddies, if I wanted to have men take care of my bills, trust and believe I could do that, but that's not me. Like, I haven't even had sex since January, y'all. Like, I find sex to be like a really big deal. I'm not just gonna be out here sucking dick and throwing my ass in someone's face for rent. Like, I just personally can't do it. I suffer from hypochondria. There was one year I went to the doctors 37 times. And like, he was like, Danielle, you're fine. But still, I went. There's no way I'm just gonna have some like random dude lick my vagina and finger my butthole just because I need my lights to stay on. There's gotta be some other way. And if that means asking my family until I can get 17 restaurant jobs, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. So to answer everyone's question, no, I'm not ashamed. I don't feel a type of way. I actually enjoy working at a restaurant. I enjoy meeting new people. And most importantly, I enjoy being busy. There's nothing worse than not having your life together and also not being busy, because when you're not busy, you start like getting depressed and not eating and crying yourself to sleep and not being social. And instead of progressing, you're actually like degressing in a very bad direction. Like when I was alone for Thanksgiving and for Christmas one year, I wasn't working. So it wasn't like I was, okay, yeah, I'm missing this holiday with my family, but I'm making money and I'm also filming YouTubes and I'm also, you know, looking up acting classes and I'm also hitting the pavement and sending emails and trying to get gigs and, you know, working whatever jobs I need to work. I was doing absolutely nothing. So I'm doing absolutely nothing. I have absolutely no money. I have absolutely no friends. I have absolutely no positive energy in my life. Therefore, I'm negative. And when I'm negative, everything around me is negative, and therefore nothing changes. So I just got this restaurant job in February, okay? I'm gonna tell you, January, I went to Chicago, then I went to Boston, then I came home. And when I came back to LA, I was like at a very low point. I had a great time in Chicago, a great time in Boston. But as soon as I landed in LA, I was like, okay, the reality of the situation is I'm fucked. I'm literally fucked right now. And by the grace of God, I sent a resume. They called me back. I got hired literally on the spot. It was like God had this plan for me. And I'm not ashamed that I work there. I love working there. There's so many great people that walk in there. You don't know who you can meet. I can meet my husband there. I can meet someone who wants to put me in their movie. You just don't know. And for me, waking up and having something to do provides positivity in my life. Yeah, I'm busy now. Yeah, I've got shit to do now. Yeah, I have to wake up at 5:45 in the morning, beat my face, film a YouTube video before I go to the radio station, and then go work 8 hours at the restaurant. But I'd rather be doing that than be doing absolutely nothing. Because you get nothing in your life is good or grand or great if you are doing absolutely nothing. And when you're doing absolutely nothing, you feel like shit. And when you feel like shit, it's hard to get shit done. Period. 110%. You know, and I feel great. I'm I'm the happiest I've been in a very long time, and I'm actually the most positive. I feel in my hearts of hearts that this is my year, and I know that everyone says that, and I know it's off to kind of a slow start because it's already fucking April. Can you believe it's April? Me and Gabby turn 31 next month. Oh my goodness. But I feel like this is the year for me. I feel like I'm gonna get a big role in some type of movie. I feel like the podcast is gonna blow up. I feel so many things in such a good way right now in my life that I'm not worried. I'm not getting paid a lot at the restaurant, 110% not. It's not like life-changing money, but it's money. And I've had no money, and it feels great to have some money now. So I'm not ashamed, and I don't care that I work at a restaurant. I just went to a casting yesterday for a nightclub. I'm trying to like rack this money up until I land the role of my life. Okay, which is gonna happen, sweetie. I'm doing great, sweetie. I'm doing great. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap this up because I actually do have to skedaddle on to work. But don't forget to follow me on Instagram, XXODanielle. Follow my other Instagram, Swallow It Podcast, which is for my podcast, Swallow It. Don't forget to download my podcast on Apple Podcasts, Dash Radio, Google Play, or Spotify. I always post the visuals on my YouTube. They're long because obviously podcasts are an hour long, but some people like to watch people while they talk instead of just listening to them talk. So those are for you people. Don't forget to go to Amazon and buy my book, Don't Be That Bitch. And don't forget to just do what you gotta do to survive. And who cares how you feel when you're doing it, because you might be doing something you absolutely hate and despise, and then, you know, a moment in your life will change everything for the better. You just never know. Like yesterday I went to a casting for a nightclub and I couldn't even be seen because I had to leave to go for my podcast, but I met some really great people at the casting for the nightclub, people that are also in the industry, and it's just really cool to meet other people that are striving to be great, just like you're striving to be great, and those are the type of people that I want in my life right now. So everything happens for a reason, everything aligns the way it's supposed to. Stay positive, stay blessed, and who gives a fuck if people judge you, because I don't. Never have, never will, okay? I hate when I say that. I absolutely hate when I say that. I always say it. All right, I love you guys. Mwah.